Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to compare the two salsas, the Salsa Journeyman flat bar versus the Salsa Journeyman drop bar, flared drop bar. So somebody asked me simply, the question was, David, does the flat bar ride any different than the drop bar? And the answer to that question is yes. The flat bar bike is reminiscent of an old mountain bike, like a 90s mountain bike, rigid fork. The way it's set up, it has a longer top tube, about the same size stem, but nice wide bars. So what it's mimicking is an old mountain bike. And with those fat tires, the 2.1s, those are definitely the size tires we used to ride back in the day. You know, usually they're 1.5 for cross country, 2.1, 2.3 for downhill or anything else. With the drop bar, I really still believe you get a lot more speed out of the bike because you're in a totally different position, and you're in multiple positions. You could drive on the brake hoods, you could ride on the drops, you could ride on the top of the bars. Same exact tires, 2.1, 650B. So bikes are both equipped the same. Bottle cages, pedals, bags, you know, they're almost identical. This is a shorter top tube. And because where the brake levers end up, you know, you're in a more stretched out position. I prefer a drop bar, but I really love the way this bike feels. This bike just puts you in a really nice position, allows you to maneuver in tricky situations. Here's a perfect comparison. When I descend in the dirt in sandy conditions, the width of this bar doesn't give you enough leverage. So it's a little sketchy. You got to ride really light on the front wheel and apply very little brake. On this bike, down the exact same descent, because of the width of the bar and the light touch of the front brake, you're really able to get into the sand and let the front wheel guide you, whereas sometimes the front wheel with a short, with less width of a bar, that made no sense. With the width of this bar, doesn't allow you the same leverage that a super wide bar will allow you. Now climbing, which do I prefer? Well, I've always preferred climbing in a drop bar. Put my hands on the brake hoods or even on the drops, but it just gives me enough. Climbing on a flat bar bike, I don't know, it's pretty average, but it's when you're descending where you really get the benefit of the nice wide bar. So hopefully that answers the questions, how the bikes ride. They're both totally different. On asphalt, you know, they both use the same tires, so I still have to put the edge to the drop bar bike, because I guess it's a more natural position for me versus the flat bar bike. What I end up finding myself doing is either putting my hands on the ends or getting my hands way up here just to get that extra, I don't know, aerodynamic feel on it, just to get me going really hard. And love both bikes, man. I can't say enough. I took the Salsa out today. The Salsa was a blast. Today was another beautiful day. Take a look at that sky. Beautiful. And I got my two biggest fans here, Damien and Dexter. They're happy I'm back home. We're all going to head out to Penny's, my girlfriend's house, have a beautiful dinner out there, go walk at dog park, and just have a good time, all of us. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions on either of the Salsa Journeymans, flat bar or drop bar, drop me a line.